In California, they're going to break down the details of a surrogacy crime. Yes, a surrogacy crime. And it sounded like the people who were taking in the babies, or the women who hired the surrogate to have a baby, had like 10, 12 kids and abusing them. So I don't know what's happening, but this happened in California. So let's jump over into that. Jump right into that.
Another surrogate mother speaking out today, saying she was also tricked into delivering a baby for an Arcadia couple with nearly 24 children. That couple has been arrested on
Oh, nearly 24 children?
suspicion of child endangerment involving one of those babies.
KTLA 5's Lauren Lister live now in Encino with new details on this bizarre story. Lauren.
Yeah, Glenn and Lou, we're learning more now today about a fertility clinic, a local one behind me, that a few of these surrogates received their care at. Also, I just spoke to a Virginia woman who says that she is also a surrogate for this same couple. She didn't want to be identified. Why? She is still carrying. She's due October 1st, and she says she has no idea what the outlook is for this baby. She and others, I've now spoken to 6 of these surrogates, are all reeling from.
That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to think about. Now, she's a surrogate and she still has the baby, but the people who was going to take the baby had less than 24 children. That's what they said, and child endangerment. So what? For a surrogate, they're not. Their whole plan was never to keep the child. So that is absolutely wild.
The shocking revelations.
It's very devastating, and I feel real bad for these kids.
31-year-old Florida surrogate mother Perla LeBird reacting to news that an Arcadia couple she carried a baby.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
Before were arrested in May on suspicion of child endangerment. Not just that, their children were taken into protective custody by DCFS. How many children? 21. At least some of them carried by other surrogates.
It's shocking. I knew the.
Now let me. I don't. Maybe it's just a financial aspect to me, but I can't imagine having, what did they say, 20 kids? Oh my God, I can't imagine. In one house?
way my situation was going, that something was wrong. I just couldn't put 2 and 2 together.
Like other surrogates I've spoken to, the intended parents led Perla to believe they had one child and wanted to give them a sibling, but were struggling with infertility. Multiple women were told the embryo transferred to them via IVF was the father's sperm and a donor egg. Perla's journey took a turn for the worse when she went into preterm labor, spent a month in the hospital in her home state, and had the baby early on June 3rd and stillborn. She says the intended parents never showed up.
And I think what hurt me the most is the fact that I felt like the baby was abandoned, and I was too.
As for the couple, authorities say one of their babies was taken to the hospital with head trauma.
38 and 65. It's a crazy age difference. Jesus.
And Arcadia PD says that led them to this home, saying surveillance video showed the nanny abuse the baby, accusing the parents of knowing and not getting care right away. Investigators say they've gathered more evidence of wrongdoing by the nannies there too.
Evidence that would indicate to us that other children inside the home were physically and emotionally abused.
A neighbor describes the activity around and inside the palatial.
That's a huge house. Huge. Yeah, you got to have that much room if you got 20 kids. But why do they have, see, there's so many questions. Why do they have so many children? Just doesn't sound right to me. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what can be happening. I don't know. They could be all, I hate to say, I mean, I don't hate to say it, but they could be all on the up and up and just have wanted a lot of children, which to me, I bid that a little loud. To me, To me, it doesn't sound right. To me, it does not sound right. But let's keep going and finish up this video.
Home.
I noticed like a desk, and it looked to me exactly like a hotel. A lot of different vehicles in the parking area as well.
Perla and another surrogate in Texas named Kayla say they both did their embryo transfers for this couple at Western Fertility Institute with Dr. Kumar. In 2024, the dates they gave of transfers are just 3 months apart. And I reached out to the clinic for a response or some information on their policies. Multiple receptionists only telling me the administration told them to give no comment. I tried reaching out to the doctor directly too. As for the couple, a cell phone text message from a number associated with the female suspect told me any accusations of wrongdoing are misguided and wrong. Arcadia PD says they plan to present their case to the DA in the coming weeks. That's
That is wild. Something's going wrong. I'm just trying to, let's be honest about it. Something is wrong. They had so let's break down what all happened. First of all, they didn't tell the surrogates that they had multiple children. What it sounds like to me, based on the video, they did not tell the surrogates that they already had multiple children. The majority of them sounds like that they thought that they only had it was going to be either their first child, they only had one child, some very low number of children. And then they're doing it, what is that, 3 months apart from the first visit for two other people who went to that same clinic. There's a lot of shady things happening. A lot of shady things that just does not make sense to me. And then the 20 children, 20, I think they said 20, 21, 20, no matter what it is, that's, I don't know, man, that just sounds like too many children to me. For a 38 and a 65-year-old? That sounds crazy to me. Let's go back for a 38 and a 65-year-old. That is wild. That is just wild. Now, like all the videos, tell me your thoughts. What are you thinking? Do you think something shady was going on? Do you think they was on the up and up and it's just the nanny that was abusing? Because that is what they said. They said that they have evidence that the nanny abused her. But this whole situation just does not seem right to me. I'll keep up with this case and see what's happening, but that is wild. Absolutely crazy. Like I said, let me know your thoughts. Tell me if you think this was right, or if you're like me and think that something has to be wrong. This does not seem like a correct situation. Now, remember to like and subscribe. We're gonna be reviewing. We always review some crazy stuff. It seems like every day we find some more crazier videos to look at and review together. All right, everybody. Remember, this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.